Cell signaling is how everything in the cell gets done, whether it's growth, death, or anything in between. To understand cell signaling, let's look at an example in liver cells and see how the ligand epinephrine signals the cells to convert glycogen into glucose. Epinephrine is a large and polar molecule, meaning that it is not able to move through the cell membrane. Since that is the case, the signal can only make it into the cell by sending the signal through a protein receptor in the cell membrane. So, epinephrine binds to the GPCR receptor and triggers an entire cascade of events. First, the inactive G protein with GDP or guanosine diphosphate attaches to the receptor protein because the signal causes the receptor protein to change shape and become an enzyme for the G protein. The GDP then joins with a natural phosphate to become GTP, and the G protein is activated. This then goes on to activate the adenylyl cyclase, an enzyme that will make ATP into cyclic AMP, which is the secondary messenger of the signal. CAMP will then go on to activate several kinase enzymes, which activate other enzymes, which leads to a lot of signal amplification. Eventually, the kinase is activated through phosphorylation and is able to signal glycogen phosphorylase to go break down glycogen into glucose, which is the main cellular response to this ligand in liver cells. Other cells that receive the ligand of epinephrine activate in different ways. For example, in smooth muscle cells and the walls of blood vessels, the blood vessel will either dilate or constrict to supply cells with blood or decrease the blood flow. And just as this whole process needs to occur just to transport one signal, we as the body of Christ need to put our gifts of creating ideas, transmitting ideas, or putting those ideas into action in order to understand what we as Christians need to do in this world.